So, this is part 2 of our BTK coverage.
Yes. I am shocked that there was such a giant span. Maybe I could give you maybe a year between killings, but I think you've got to be on it. And so for that one, was it 13 years, the one that we're in right now?
So we're in 2004 now, yeah. And so his last one was 1986. Well, sorry, 1991 was Dolores, but they still haven't linked that to him.
Yeah, that's right. It's just right.
Yeah, so
I'm thinking that all of these are attributed to him right from the get-go, and there's probably still that maybe or not.
They still even think Vicky Wagerly, that her husband did it, right? So right now, I do believe they know the four Otero murders, and then the Shirley, they know that was her.
Anna Williams?
Nancy Fox, the mother that her children got locked in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They know that Kathy Bright, which was the girl with her brother. And they know, so we've got 4, and then so they think 7 right now is what he's at.
Jeez, still a pretty big number.
So I want to just tell you a quick anecdote before we get right into this episode. So my middle guy, Jake, I'm always giving him trouble because he's 8 and he's like insanely sensitive. And you know, we watched Finding Nemo the other day. Have you watched Finding Nemo?
Is that the first one?
Yeah. So he was
like, that with the surfer turtles, the Australian? He's like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. That was
we also
funny.
watched Finding Dory right afterwards, so I could be getting them confused, but like Jake kept having to like cover his eyes, like when Nemo got taken away from his parents and stuff, and he was like, "This isn't a kid movie. This isn't a kid movie." And I'm like, but they don't make talking fish movies for adults.
I mean, there is a lot of those Disney movies where there's like kids get separated from their parents.
Yeah.
Right? Like a Bambi. Fucking family got wiped out.
Yeah, but I was like, he's like, no, this is an adult movie. And I was like, there's no talking fish in my movies. I promise you that. But he scares himself so bad to the point where he's like, Mom, can you come get me out of bed in the morning? Like he wants me to like escort him out of his room. Like that's how scared he is. And he'll watch like jump scare things on YouTube. And he scares the shit out of himself.
Yes.
And so it gets so bad to the point that, I always say to him, like whose fault is this?
Yes.
And I'm like, it's because of the crap you watch. And then 2 days ago, when I was researching this case, he, like I told you earlier, it's impossible with my kids home trying to research horrific cases like this. And so he kept coming in the room and I kept pausing the book that I was listening to. And I said, Bud, you got to give me like at least a solid 30 minutes. I said, you cannot hear this stuff. I'm like, it's so horrific. I said, Mommy was so scared last night. I'm like looking around the room and blah, blah, blah. Like, and so I'm trying to sell him on how scary it is, which is like, I shouldn't be. But, and so he says to me, well, it's because of the crap you watch, right? He goes,
Kobe.
Who's to blame?
Yeah, that's great. But you know what? He's giving me some pretty good notes here, buddy. All right. That's funny.
So yeah, it's such an awful case.
Don't you hate when kids get smart?
Yeah.
Like when it's like, you know what? I'm the adult.
I'm leaving in his room tomorrow.
I should be outsmarting you at every turn.
He's going to be scared to wake up and I'm going to be like, we're eating lunch out here. Just kidding. But yeah, he outsmarted me. So this case, it's really done a number on me as much as a fucking loser piece of shit person that I think this guy is. He is also a demon sent straight from hell.
What was his job?
He's had a lot of jobs.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you that he was a student that was studying justice administration at the Wichita State University. Okay. Which is it's got a real Brian Koberg-y feeling to.
Right.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that's what he was doing for, it seemed like entirely too long, but
like Van Wilder?
Shocking to no one. Yeah, yes, he's Van Wilder. You know who Van Wilder really is, eh?
Is it the machine guy?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Bert Kershinger.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, he is a demon, and like, I mean, we get the privilege of knowing what a fucking waste of flesh he is, but I can't imagine living during this time and having to.
Yeah, being, like that, you said that husband being kind of convicted in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
And just to have no answers.
And the phone thing
or
is
the taunting,
just so...
or to getting your jewelry.
Yeah. But it really has me like triple checking my locks after all this fucking BTK consumption. So in the last episode, we talked about how the Wichita Eagle newspaper published an article about the 30th anniversary of BTK's first killing.
Mm-hmm.
In the article, it was written that people in 2004 had no fucking idea who he was. And like, you know, they were like, yeah, we'd say the name BTK and people would like stone face us. Like, well, I don't know. That's not a word in my vocabulary. But they were also talking about how, you know, women in the community in 1974, throughout the 70s and 80s, essentially, were having to check their phone lines. And if they were caught, like, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, no shit. Well, the one lady, she actually did it.
And she did. Yeah. She was like, she bounced like her ass had the hiccups.
I'd love to think I would do that. But I'd be so naive. I wouldn't even think anybody, I'd be like, oh, great.
I told you last night. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was in the studio alone. Like, for those of you who don't know, like, our studio is only one room and like plenty of rooms in the shop that my husband owns.
Well, we have a foyer.
Yeah.
We have a foyer, a great room, as you call it. Then we have the can.
But I heard clear as day the noise that an iPhone makes when you press the micro. Yeah, like the texting, like text with voice.
Oh, geez.
And I had my phone on me, and there's not an iPad or anything else in the studio. And I just froze. And then I grabbed a knife, and I just watched some BTK
curling iron.
A curling iron. I turned on a curling iron. I swear to God, in like 2 minutes.
You better get close. I don't have much of a range on here. Cord's pulling you back. Come here, I want to tell you something. Oh, I'm showering in the nude.
So, yeah, this is kind of where we were left off. But this left the author, so Hugh Lavina, he was perplexed as to, you know, he would write that he's like, where did he go? Like, hopefully it was death.
Where are you, buddy?
Yeah, where are you, little fella? It was hopefully death or jail, but the not knowing was something that was bothersome to him. Well, 2 months later on, March 19th of 2004, this dipshit does exactly what we'd expect him to do.
Like, was this a ploy? This seems like a perfect ploy to get him out of retirement.
It wasn't at that point, but it does become a...
They're like, hey, I think we got something. I think we can play this guy like a
They're like, they all just looked at each other like this.
We got him. Yeah.
So he sends another one of his little letters to the Wichita Eagle. This time, Glenda Elliott, assistant to the editor, was the unfortunate person who opened the letter. She would later hand it to the author of the article, once again, Hearst Laviana. Laviana. Okay.
Levine?
Laviana. Don't fuck me up. I got it.
Sorry.
He is also, he helped write the book that I used a lot of my information for this. So it is called Bind, Torture, Kill, The Inside Story of BTK, the Serial Killer Next Door. Very wordy title.
Yeah.
But the return address on this letter that came was from a Bill Thomas Kilman. BTK.
Oh my God.
But don't, like, they've had so many fucking people just, you know, prank phone calls, just trolling the station, like all that kind of stuff for years.
Yeah, and there's always people that fake confess.
What is wrong with people?
I have,
like, the three guys at the beginning, like the three guys that confessed to the O'Tear family murders. Like, why?
Yeah, what attention? Do you want attention so big?
I'll never understand that mentality, but a lot of people won't understand mine. So
that is very true. A lot of
that's kind of fun.
Have no idea what's going on there.
So it would be the name on the return address, and of course, the rest of the address would be fucking bullshit. But like I said, the initials were BTK.
Oh boy!
And its its content would be exactly what you would expect.
Is there context for that?
So BTK was writing to let all of them know that he was right under their nose the entire time.
Like, please allow me to reintroduce myself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this was not a prank. He was like, I super pinky promise. This is me. But if they didn't want to take him at his word, because, you know, he's a fucking dirty, filthy serial killer, he accompanied the pinky promise with a picture of Vicky Waggerly after she had been killed, also with a photo of her driver's license that he had apparently taken as a souvenir. Now, Vicky Waggerly is the one whose husband has been
the suspect
since for almost 2 decades now, has been under intense social scrutiny because everybody thinks that he was the one who did this.
Is this anything to do with that? Like, is BTK like, hey, you got the wrong guy? Like, is that, or you're just, it's just
It was probably the top of his list of things that he could just find. He was like,
Yeah,
oh, just pulled it
right.
out and sent that
Yeah.
one. I don't think that there's not a fucking kind bone in this man's body.
Right.
But like at first they were just like, oh, like these are probably crime scene photos and like somebody got creative. But they,
Like-
listen, you laugh, but people are fucking sickos.
Yeah, true. You're right.
But they did notice that these were, you know, when first responders get there, they're going to try to like move somebody. They noticed that these were pictures that were taken before that there was any movement whatsoever.
Checking for a pulse or whatever.
Also, like the license probably would have given it away. Like, wouldn't you be like,
first responders aren't
we never
taking
found the fucking license.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was something that they were like, oh, this might be an actual like psychopath with follow through as opposed to one of those just leeches that want to
say that they did something.
Yeah. But, you know, at the bottom there was a weird symbol and it would turn out to be, it would say BTK, but I wanted to show, can I see your pen for a second?
Yeah.
So it looked like this. So this is what his signature looked like.
Oh, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it did not. There's no way I can see that. Bring it up here. No way. It's boob TK.
Yeah.
That's like.
So the B was made to look like breast, and the T and the K made it more body parts. So, you know, at this point, 2004, like DNA is like, you know, it's trucking along.
Yeah.
Still kind of, you know, not its infancy, but like its teenage years.
Well, it's after OJ, which to me is like the year zero of DNA.
Yeah.
Like the OJ trial. It's like, okay, it's a thing. I mean,
didn't work.
We don't know how to use it. It doesn't matter in this case, but it does exist.
It was there, which is the main thing.
A lot of it.
So, yeah, it had come up a very far way since the 1970s. Mm-hmm. So they were very easy. It was easy for them to figure out that the DNA from the Otero family, from Nancy Fox's nightgown, and from under Vicky Wagerly's fingernails all led back to the same perpetrator.
Isn't it amazing they kept, like, not knowing that DNA was a thing, but keeping those skin cells under the fingernails? Like, how do you figure that out, that you need to keep those for really no reason? I wouldn't think they would know to test them.
Yeah, well.
That'd be.
They did. That'd be, boys. So now here's where I should note that the entire time, you know, before, when BTK was active, it was our buddy, Chief Richard Lemonnion, that was trying to find him. We're now in 2004. And in 1989, Wichita Chief of Police, Richard Lemonnion, retired, having spent nearly his entire career in Wichita trying to track down BTK. At the age of only 49, he would move on to become the city manager of Mays, Kansas, which was about 20 minutes away from Wichita. And he would also do some invaluable work. This is just a sidebar because I found it very impressive when I looked into him. Some invaluable work with the Kansas Special Olympics. So he invented the torch run for the Special Olympics. It is to raise funds. Yep. If you look up Special Olympic Torch Run, who invented it? Richard Lemonnion.
This police chief trying to hunt down.
So I was just Googling him, and then I found myself on like the Kansas, state of Kansas website with his information, and then it was telling me all of this stuff. And then I was like, I just want to and then I just Googled, who came up with the Special Olympics torch run? And it was like, Wichita police officer Richard Lemonnion.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it was to raise funds for the Special Olympic movement, and it started in 1981 with 5 Wichita police officers. It has now brought in over $1 billion worldwide and sees over 110,000 officers participate. They are known as the Guardians of the Flame. So he wasn't able to catch this piece of shit, but still quite a legacy.
He was able to leave a lasting. Wow.
Yeah, you did the damn thing, Lemonnion.
I wonder how long that stayed forever, right? That you never got him, like as a police chief of a kind of a small town.
You know, and he did some pretty good stuff otherwise. Like, you're like, yeah, but. So all of that to say that BTK was now making contact again, and authorities decided that it was probably wise to make one person kind of the head of the operation.
The head
like the guy that he's going to communicate with.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe strike up a kinship, you know?
Oh, my God.
And that, you know, somebody needs to talk to this fuckwad.
Oh,
everybody else is like, not it.
Yeah. So what do you like better, the T, the B, Ks?
So, yeah, this would be somebody that he could kind of communicate with, maybe form some sort of a bond. And that person they decided was going to be Lieutenant Ken Landwehr. He's a big guy. He's going to be in our story a lot.
All right. Lieutenant Can?
Yeah. Landwehr, Ken Landwehr. And going forward, he's going to be who I'm speaking about most of the time when it comes to the Wichita Police Department. But keeping that in mind throughout these communications, they would also be seeking help from the state police, the KBI, as well as the FBI.
Jesus.
But Ken Landwehr had one goal in mind. Keep him talking by all means necessary. And yeah, and you know what? By stroking his ego, they knew that they could make him talk.
That was stretch and stroke his ego.
Jesus Christ.
Is that not?
I've never.
That's what you do when you're like, he's on the phone. Pick it up. Hello? Go. And then you go like, draw him out.
It sounds like you're miming.
Draw him out.
Yeah,
we don't want him to hear.
Not that. So, for everybody that's just listening to the audio,
They're like, what the hell happened?
Oh God, what did Matt do now?
Yeah.
So keep him talking. So he would make press releases, and he would say like, one of the most difficult cases. He's like, this is so hard. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And he's like, oh, he would probably be like a super interesting person to talk to. Like if I ever got the chance to talk to him, he's like, probably got a lot of stories. I would love to hear.
There's no way, like he put out a thirst trap for the serial killer to say like, oh man, I know you'd just be the best of friends.
Yeah, he's probably handsome.
Super smart.
So good looking.
Oh my God.
So
no way.
Yeah, he's like, he'd probably be like a super interesting individual. Like,
yeah, Cap, listen, I'm all out of ideas here. I mean, yeah, Cap, I got an idea. Put out a press release. Wait. But like really like kind of like SSD on that.
They're like, have you ever thought about posting a picture of yourself holding a fish that you just caught?
With that in a press release.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Oh.
You ever thought about a bathroom selfie of yourself? I'm sure that'll get him
First
chomping.
bathroom selfie of the night. Oh my God. OTD.
Did you say OTD?
I wish I'd said that instead of what I really said.
What did you say?
OOTD, outfit of the day.
Oh, that's Stassi Schroeder, right?
What's that?
She's the chick from Vanderpump Rules. She came up with OOTD.
Really?
Yeah, and like it's an internationally known like it's not a holiday, but it's like she got it clocked as a holiday.
Wow.
It's OOTD, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
Vanderpump.
her.
I mean, just making dreams come true.
So equal legacy as the $1 billion raise for Special Olympics.
Same thing. OOTD, Special Olympics. Yeah. So yeah, he would also make it seem like he was divulging information to the public, but meanwhile he was just stroking this fucking parasite's ego and breaking video.